I can be misunderstood. I can be misunderstood, yeah. There'll be good days and bad days, like the preacher said it would. Like the preacher said it would. All I ask is you will try loving me. All I ask is you will try loving me. 'Cause loving me ain't easy.
What's going on? It's your boy, King Conda, the People's Champ in the building, and we are live. Now, today is a special day. Someone is here that I've been waiting on for over 2 years now. And the reason I've had to wait for 2 years is because this is not a person that just has a regular day and just has time to come out here and do episodes. This is a person that has the school system and running it so our kids can get an education. It's none other than Superintendent Deborah Frazier. Give it up, Kings, give it up. Yes.
Yep.
So, we always started off with, how was your week, Superintendent Frazier?
Splendid. It has been a very busy week, but a great week. Out making a difference with young people. So anytime I can make an impact with young people, it is a beautiful day, a beautiful week. So I had a great week.
Well, I thank you, and we're going to go right over to King Boston. How's your week been so far?
This week has been excellent so far. Thanks for asking. I mean, it's still hot out, so
yes,
you know the bugs are still doing what they do. And if you don't know, at least for the city of Walthamville, we are in the process of budget meetings. So that's always interesting, and I definitely encourage citizens to come to those meetings to see how your tax dollars are going to be used, and even provide some input. So my week has been pretty good so far, very fruitful.
Great. King Myers, Aristotle over here.
Sure.
How's your week? I see you repping Georgia as always.
Yeah.
We got about 2 more weeks for the kickoff.
I know, I can't wait.
Yeah, how's your week, man?
Hectic. All these ordering all these packages and stuff. No, I'm playing. No, it's been really hectic though, because Amazon has been we've been trying to revamp the building. We're adding drones to it now. So, you know, with a lot of things going on and we just got a whole new lineup of leadership. So everybody's trying to figure out each other. So it's just been one day after another. I survived it. So, and then just looking forward to Friday. Seeing a whole another year around the sun again. So I turned 44 Sunday.
Yep.
This Sunday that just passed?
No, this Sunday coming up. 23rd of August.
Did I always know you were a Leo?
Yeah.
Man, I knew. I don't know how that got passed. What you got planned for your birthday?
I don't know. The wifey probably got some stuff planned.
Okay.
I just really want to just relax, man. Amazon been kicking my behind. This week has been really, really rough. So
I got a couple orders coming your way.
Gotcha.
Most definitely.
Gotcha.
Shouts out to Jose, Cheo, Patrick Underwood, and of course my baby Miss Mosley, and all you other kings and queens that are watching. Don't forget to go to YouTube. When you go to YouTube, all you got to do is type in Black Kings Free Game, hit that subscribe button. Let's get that thing moving in the algorithm. And like we already said, it's hot out here. And when it's hot, guess what you start seeing a lot of? Bugs. The person that will keep them bugs away from your house and out of it is Magnum Pest Control. And you can get in contact with them by dialing 1-844 Magnum 1.
You remember this.
1-844
About time.
Magnum
He always missed that.
624-6861.
Yeah, 624-6861. But also, in all your house buying needs, don't forget to hit your boy the Champ. You know how to find me. And also go to yourhomechamp.com where you can search all your houses that you want to see. Founded up by
Nah,
Oscar
don't call me
Scraps.
nothing but no Amazon package. Don't. Call that 1-800 number. Call that 1-800 number. I ain't got nothing for you. I'm gonna tell you that now.
He makes candles. He makes candles.
Well, I can
and
do
he
that.
does- See,
I can do that, but I can't. Don't ask me about no Amazon.
And so he
Nah.
makes candles. What's the name of the website for that?
Oscar Scraps.
Oscar
LLC.
Scraps LLC. Don't forget to visit him there. And also, while your Amazon packages are late, we can blame Eddie.
Nah, don't blame me. Nah, don't blame me. We had a whole shutdown today. Matter of fact.
Oh no, that's
yeah,
what my package.
they had to. Well, no, we still got them out, but we had to shut down the thing to do some maintenance work. So today was a pretty smooth day.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
You like
other than
smooth
that,
days?
it's been hectic, but I think
It's not even Christmas yet, but you know,
Yeah,
around
nah.
Halloween and stuff, everybody start trying to.
actually, it's because of summertime. It picks up more than Christmas time actually.
Really?
Like I see more packages, especially now that we have that same day delivery thing in the area.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
everybody be. I done seen some of the addresses here in the neighborhood. I'm like, oh, I know who this is.
Bring it on to the house, man.
Nah, I can't do that. I ain't going to jail. He going to jail.
Yeah, systems
He'll
in
get
place.
there. He'll get there between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m.
Yeah.
He'll
Exactly.
get there.
We
Or whatever
appreciate
time zone you picked it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hop right into something real quick, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and change the music up on this one. If you don't know, you're about to find out. The person that is sitting to the right of me, right beside Mayor Pro Tem Mitchell Boston, is someone that I'm gonna honestly say I'm gonna be biased. So you come to me, Mark Mosley, bad mouthing anywhere near her, about her, is gonna be smoke. Some of y'all know that already, but I won't say no names. So I am honored to be graced by the presence of a true queen in Liberty County. And that is none other than Superintendent Frazier. Thank you, ma'am. I mean, all the way from Liberty County High School, and then all of a sudden you were retired, and then it's just like the draft. They sitting there, hey, let's get Frazier. The call came in, she answered it, and she could have sat back and said, you know what, now I'm gonna ride out. I got a nice little retirement, sit back and sit at the house. But she got up off the bench,
Right.
and right then she did what queens do. She said, this is my chance in order to help the queens and the kings of Liberty County, and that's what you chose.
Right.
Exactly.
And the future queens and
The
kings.
future, exactly. And it means a lot to me. And it means a lot to me because I know what you've been through, what you've done, and how much you've succeeded.
Right.
And we are ready for so much more growth. So that's why I'm so honored, and I thank you for accepting my invitation.
Thank you so much, and I am honored to be here, and thank you for that, and you're absolutely correct. The call came, and there was no way that I could deny the call, knowing that I could make an impact for children here in Liberty County. It's all about our children and making a difference, making an impact, and just reaching back, actually. And like you said, knowing where I started from and where I end up, it would be thoughtless to not reach back and help those individuals.
Facts.
I have a question, Superintendent.
Okay.
You could be real with us on this show.
All right.
When the call came through,
Yes.
was it like knee jerk, yes? Or was it like, you know what, hold on, let me call you back?
I said, you want me? What? Because this was actually about 5 months later, where I had already laid out the plan, what I was going to do with retirement. But even with that, when it's in you, it's hard to separate. So when the call came, I was already just kind of gleaming over what's going on with Liberty County Schools, thinking, what can I do to make an impact? And I would sit back with situations, and I said, if I could, I would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I felt like the Lord just put it, you've always said what you would do. So bam, here's your opportunity to do it. So I thought about it for a quick second when Chair Jones called, And she said, I need your help. And I said, you need my help with what? Thinking,
Yes.
just an initiative or something that she wanted to put in place. And when she said, we need you to serve as superintendent, thought about it for a quick second, and I said, I have to.
I hear that.
Yes. And answer the call she did.
Yeah,
You hear me?
absolutely.
Shouts out to some of the queens and kings that's in there saying some things. We got Dante Williams. We got Miss Odette Alexis. What's going on,
What's
Miss
going on,
Odette?
Miss
She
Alexis?
says, hey, kings and queens. We got Amanda Marie. She says, greetings. And she said, what queens do? Exactly.
Yes.
So I have a follow-up question for that. What is it that made you fall in love with education? What brought you into the education field?
What brought me into education was just my experiences. And you know what teachers normally say is when you have great teachers, you want to emulate those people. And I had some amazing teachers who just saw something in me to encourage me. So just wanted to give back to thank those individuals
Yes.
who instilled in me just good work ethics and just a desire to help other people. So when I thought about those individuals, I said, I think I'll go into education. Did I start the traditional route? I didn't start the traditional route. After high school, I worked at a daycare center, and people will say I've had every job. And I think that's what makes this job so noteworthy. And that when I can relate to individuals and I can say, I've done that job too. But I started out at a daycare center, Child Development Services on Fort Stewart, working with 4-year-olds. And from there, really enjoyed that. And then from there, went to Hinesville Middle School, where I worked as a paraprofessional. And in working as a paraprofessional, I saw young people who really didn't relate well to the people who were teaching them. I was a paraprofessional, young African American, and they were being taught by older Caucasian people that they just didn't respect. Whereas I could say, sit down, do this, read this passage, and they would automatically do it. And I just said, if I can make this impact here, I feel like I can make a greater impact.
Wow.
Now, are you also a product of Liberty County Schools?
I am a product of Liberty County Schools, graduated from Bradwell Institute, attended Hinesville Middle School. Actually moved here when I was in the 7th grade, moved from Miami, Florida.
Okay.
And I've been here since then. I graduated in 1981, long time ago. But yes, so I got an education here. So to be able to say that to young people, to my scholars at Bradwell Institute, I attended school here in these same halls, cheered in the same stadium, so they can relate.
Absolutely.
So even then, you said that you started in the daycare,
Yes,
and then an opportunity came, and then you got into the education part.
yes.
So at that beginning, when you got your first principal position, what was that like, and how did it feel?
My first principal position came by way of Midway Middle School, but I have to backtrack because I started out as a paraprofessional at Hinesville Middle School. I worked at Hinesville Middle School as a paraprofessional, received my undergrad degree by going to Armstrong Atlantic in Savannah. So I worked by day as a paraprofessional. In the evenings, obtained my bachelor's degree. From there, I went to Snelson Golden, taught for 4 years, left Snelson Golden, went to Midway Middle School as the academic specialist. From academic specialist, I went to an assistant principal's position at Midway Middle. And from there, I went to district office, stayed at district office 5 short months because I could not tolerate spinning in the chair and being away from students.
Okay.
So my superintendent appointed me principal of Midway Middle School, and from Midway Middle School to Liberty County High School. And with all of those appointments, they came all at the right time. So some days, even now, sitting in the superintendent's chair, I'll say to myself, I don't really believe that I'm here. It wasn't my decision. It was all predetermined as to where I would end up. So
Yes.
I don't take that lightly. And with that blessing, every day I'm grateful for that, because it's not like I laid out my career path to say, ultimately, I'm going to be superintendent of schools. It was predetermined that that's where I should be. So every day I have to give it my all for children, because I feel like I was placed there for a reason.
Yes.
Because people go out chasing after positions to be a superintendent. And here I am from Riceboro, Georgia. I didn't even have to look for it. The opportunity just came.
Right.
Man,
And that's what makes it so important.
that's a blessing.
Yes.
That's a blessing. The way things line up sometimes, I don't think people even understand. You're sitting at home, you're retired, you had one thing planned, and that was you. It was like, I'm playing my day the way I want to plan it. Then all of a sudden that call came and you answered. And the outlook, you're like, well, I don't really know what it looks like after this,
Right.
but I'm going for it anyway.
Right.
And that is very true. School leadership and district office leadership are two different entities altogether. And with that, I just said, okay, Lord, if you brought this to me, you're going to make certain that I experience success here. Because when I say he placed it in my laps, it was just placed there. So when that call came, like I said, it was an opportunity, not even thought-provoking. I have to think about this. It was, sure, I'll do it for the sake of the children here in Liberty County, because I care about them. And 43 going on 44 years later, knowing that I could really be at home, relaxed, retired, and traveling. But no, that's not where I'm supposed to be. I'm right where I'm supposed to be, predetermined.
Yes. And you say 43, right?
Yes.
But I look at you and I say, okay, you're 43 years old is what you're saying to me, because you're carrying that with absolute grace.
Absolutely.
I mean, absolutely beautiful.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, baby. I ain't doing it that way. I'm just,
Don't hurt him, sis. Don't hurt him.
Right?
I see you peeking around through the crack.
Respect is due.
Yes.
She over there like this.
Bring it down. Bring it down. Not too much.
You're doing too much.
Seriously.
Hey, you know how the mom give you that look in church?
Stop it. But I'll say 1984. That's when I got started at Hinesville Middle School. And the
HMS.
youthfulness comes by way of being with the young people, just socializing with the young people. That keeps you youthful. So some people think you go to the house and that's where you find happiness. But I find happiness with young people
Right.
Yes.
because I can relate to young people. And that's a part of my success, in that I can relate. I can talk to them.
Right. And that's how you know that you found your passion.
Yes.
And I think that, when you do what you love, it's no longer stressful. I mean, you have your good days, and some days are better than others. But when you're truly walking in your path and following your calling,
Right.
you can't fake that. You living it. And I think that's why when that call came, you took the challenge, and we're grateful for that. So, I mean, now that you are at the helm of Liberty County school system, what is something that you would like for parents to understand about, like, the direction you would like to see the school system go?
I would want parents to see and understand that they play a vital part. Most people think that when students are younger in elementary school, they can make the greatest impact, but by being there. But the greatest impact comes in middle school and high school, because that's your last opportunity to get it right.
Yep.
So most often, middle school, high school, parents tend to back off, but that's when you need to press forward, because you're getting them ready for the real world. That's your last opportunity to do so.
True.
So parent engagement, just being there and setting good examples for your children. In our community, I must say that going into this position, it has been just so much community collaboration. And that's one thing that I share wherever I go. It's the community of Liberty County. I can call it anytime and say, I need help with, I need a donation for, and parents are going to come through, the community's going to come through. And I think that speaks volume for
Yes.
Liberty County.
Right. No, you good.
Oh, no. Go ahead. I'll let you go. Because
Well, no, I was just gonna kind of speak on that collaboration because I know, for instance, the last county retreat that we went on, and it's where was it? In Jekyll? No, or St. Simon, somewhere in that area. But one of the things that we highlighted as a need for the county was literacy. And I know that you all implemented several literacy programs to engage the community.
Right. And that is key. That is important. Literacy is on the forefront in our nation, in our state, and definitely in Liberty County. And with that, we started with the Power of 100, where we were looking for 100 readers to come into the schools. And parents, community members, they immediately responded. And when we say literacy at the table, it's what can I do to help? And that means so much with the little libraries that's popping up around town, and just the community coming together to where we can see where it is a problem, but what are we going to do to fix it? And so I appreciate that so much. It's all about reading, providing books, talking to your young people, and communicating with. It's not just about turning the pages in the books. It's about actually talking to, communicating with, and comprehending what's being read.
Facts. And the love from the community is here. Of course, we have Patrick Underwood saying, she's the best.
What's going on, Councilman?
Hey, Councilman. Also, Amanda Marie, right before you said that, she had put in here in the chat, she said, I saw the concern for literacy. Is there a way we can start book clubs for the school students? And I'd love to help. Well, look here. We just got through breaking it down. You definitely have a spot and some space to help. And the book club, you just stated a book club.
Right. It is called the Power of 100, and that's where you can go into elementary schools and read with our young people. But along with that, thank you for asking, we're moving in the direction of book clubs for our adolescents, for middle and high school students, to where we would provide a book and students would collectively read that book, and then we would come together and have a book talk about it to promote literacy. And our goal is to build a literacy-based community. So it doesn't just stop with our students, it extends over to our families as well. So we want students to see parents reading.
Right.
And when I think about that, I always say our faith-based community is the best place to get the word out. Remember the days of when you went to church and you had to read the scriptures and you had to actually read in church. So just promoting ways that young people just see reading and literature all around so that we can build a literacy-based community.
Yes, because I think a lot of our parents, even us as parents, we don't see the importance of the little things. Like when we were growing up, man, it wasn't what would you like to be in the play, Mark? No, it was, hey, so you're going to be in this play, you need to learn your lines. It was more voluntold than volunteer.
You have a choice.
And that helps so much, just your little Easter speech.
Right.
Little things like that, it helps reading. And even with my son, we had him, read the Bible, he'll be reading the Bible. And it helped him improve because he was like, I ain't about to be embarrassed. Let me, know what I mean?
Right.
These little things matter. And that takes our community having things for these kids to show up to learn that. That could be short films, it could be plays.
Definitely.
Get involved, folks. Get involved.
Yeah, I look at the aspect of sometimes we forget that some parents are illiterate.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it comes down to where we need to maybe look at programs where we involve in parents and kids, so kids can see parents still learning at an older age. Like like I said, I'm about to turn 44, but I'm still in college.
Right.
Getting education. So we try to teach my daughter now, but you're older than me, right?
I didn't say no.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say no.
But we try to teach her now, like even when she's 2, she can count. She can recognize different colors, not just the basic colors, but we try to teach her baby blue, lavender, all that kind of stuff. And she's 2 and she's like a sponge. But I think it comes from the fact that me and her mom both are well educated. There are some families that don't have adults that are well educated, so they feel like they can't be involved with their children. So I think we need to look at not just kids, but those parents that want to learn too and get, involved. Because when I was working for Georgia Southern, I had older, seasoned people coming in, trying to just go back to school to get a degree.
Right.
Some was just trying to get their high school education all over again. We're looking at 50, 60, trying to do these things because they want to be able to understand what their kids are doing. Sometimes as parents who don't know it, we can't even get involved because we don't want the kids to look at us like we're dumb.
Yeah, right.
Thank you so much for saying that. And there are opportunities that you will see coming out very soon where we have a parent university. And that's what we do in Parent University, is just empower parents, just to teach them those things that they need to know so that their child can experience success. So along with that, and what you said is really a mouthful, because sometimes parents don't know and they don't want you to know that they don't know.
Right.
So I think if we empower them, just teach them some skills, and then they can help their students.
Yeah, because I was watching a skit on TikTok not too long ago, and a teacher called the parent saying, "Hey," because the parent did the kid's homework, and the teacher was like, "We might need to you might need to keep your kid back," and he started crying because he was like, "I know who did his homework." So that's just what brought my, just thinking about that skit.
That was wild.
Yeah, it was crazy. She was like, "Yeah, he might need to stay back. He's not that smart." I'm not the one to tell you this, but we might need to get him in some tutoring and stuff like that. And then the caption said, "I'm the one who did his homework."
Yeah.
So,
and that goes back to, like I said, building a literacy-based community.
Right.
Because you're right, there are a lot of parents who may not be able to help their students by reading with their students. So if we can help them, it trickles down.
Yes.
And just so that we can promote, learning is never ending. At
No.
every age, you can learn something. From where I sit as superintendent, as a councilman, as a business owner, we're still learning every single day. So it's never ending.
Dr. Karen Bell, Mr. Pastor Richard Hayes. Hey, we'd like to thank you, Kings and Queens, for joining. Josetta Gordon, thank you for joining, Queen. Also, you guys, don't forget to type that like button, and also you can send some bread. I don't know how you do it, but send it. Try it out. Let me see if it worked. I don't know if mine working.
Put your Cash App out there.
Look, right? But if you want to support the show, the best way to do it is to hit that like button and that share button, and I appreciate you guys so much. Dr. Karen Bell, shouts out to you. She just had a whole bunch of events go down, especially the lip sync battle and the boxing match. I don't know, did you get a chance to watch the boxing match?
I did. I saw the boxing match.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Yes, what do you think?
I am going to reserve my
I was there. I was standing next to somebody that was a fool. He was there.
I'm going to hold on to those comments about the boxing match. No comment.
No comment. All right, it's cool. It's cool. I had an enjoyable and great time.
Yes.
I had an awesome cut man. I
Yes,
had
sir.
an awesome coach, and I had an awesome woman that was standing right there that came over. "Baby, kiss me. It'll give you energy."
I don't
I
think
can
that's
see
what she
all of
said.
your support. So very good. So we appreciate
Yeah, it
your
was-
support.
Yes,
I was out there just yelling, "Get up! Get your up! Don't you embarrass me!"
So I had to jump in the ring. Man.
Hey, I had to hold Mitch back. It was like, "Get up, man!"
Yes. Look. So I did not get knocked down. I fell because of my feet and the padding, everybody.
Fall down,
Yeah, y'all need to watch
but
that,
we
man.
get.
'Cause I didn't get memed on that one. Somebody else
I
did.
saw you slip.
Yes. So yeah,
Twice.
Yeah, that was sad.
Damn, boy.
The first one
There
I
was
You got some
something on
bad
the floor.
footwork.
There was something on the floor.
Yeah, slipping is never a good looking boxer.
It's
Never did. Because it always happens right after you get hit. Boop,
That's it,
then
you
you slip
slip
up.
twice.
Yeah, you
Damn.
slip,
Yeah.
right.
They get mad and throw a man through the ropes.
Yeah, you saw that one, right? You saw that one. So
Yeah.
I can't wait for the rematch that will be coming soon, guys. And once again, shout out to Reggie Jackson and Miss Shonda Michael. Look, Miss Shonda
What's going
Michael.
on, Miss Shonda?
A very huge shout out to you. You guys don't understand. In the background, you really find out what people's heart is. And during that event, Miss Shonda Michael was very, very, very supportive.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to tell you all the business, but I'm telling you that's a real one.
I mean, she's really a giant in this community. And
Yes.
I would love to see you on the show, Miss Mike. I'm gonna just put that out there.
We threw that out there. Yeah,
She's a wealth
threw
of
that.
knowledge.
Yes. So we still have that out there. But we like to thank you guys for watching. We are with our very great superintendent,
Yes, sir.
Miss Queen Frazier. And it is a delight to have her on the program today. You trying to do the sound with the crowd?
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like a
close.
mixture between snoring and
Static.
You know,
It's static. Yeah, it did sound like static. I thought about that out there. I was like, I might want to stop, but I was already committed. I was already committed, man.
Hey, you did it.
Had to keep going.
So there's something else that we're going to do, but I have another question for Superintendent Frazier. Now, your superintendent, what is some of the complicated things that you have to do with superintendent that you feel like if they only knew, they wouldn't do it? Like, what is something that you could tell them, not straightforward, but nonchalantly of, this would be a great area to help your superintendent in if you only understood the process?
The process with, I'll say, conflict resolution, in just how to handle situations so that we don't put ourselves in awkward situations to where I have to make calls and take matters into a different level.
Good night.
So conflict resolution, when it comes to adults and how they handle situations, there's always a way to approach any situation that you are encountered with, and it's just communication and communicating effectively.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that could be an issue because a lot of people don't, that conflict resolution, people are emotional about their children.
Right. As they should be.
Yes, of course. But sometimes you got to learn how to separate it.
Yeah.
You got to be like, this is a child.
Right. And not run to social media,
Yes.
to
Social
talk
media.
about stuff that you can address. Because I know you have an open door policy.
And I do.
And I've utilized the open door and I appreciate that. And I know there's a lot of other parents who might have questions or concerns, and not that every situation has to make it to you, but that dialogue with the teachers or the school administrators could go a long way. And one thing that I've noticed with the beginning of this new school year is, and it's been a hot button topic on social media, is the book bags. Could you explain
The book bags.
the decision?
The decision with the book bags, it's all about safety. And you have to take into consideration of all that's going on in our world, our state, in our nation when it comes to violence in our schools. So the whole premise behind that was for safety reasons. And with that, in asking every student to have a clear book bag, we made certain that there was every opportunity for every student to receive a clear book bag if they needed one. It wasn't just to provide an additional expense for parents, but it's to keep every single student, every single faculty and staff member safe. Would we say clear book bags would be the only solution? It's not the only solution, but it is a measure to help. So that's one step that we thought, let's go clear book bags, because when students come with book bags packed, you can't see what's inside of it, and we can't unpack every book bag coming into the building. So for safety reasons.
Yes.
And even to today, if a parent is having difficulties coming up with a clear book bag, we have community resources in place, and we're willing to help any family who might need help with getting a clear book bag.
Yes, because Councilman Underwood is on top of that.
Oh yeah.
Do you understand me?
Yes.
If y'all need a clear book bag, you can give me a holler. But that guy called Councilman Underwood,
Right.
he will get that book bag done. He got at least 2 or 3 of them.
Oh yeah.
And it was
At least.
fast and full,
Yeah.
full of all the things that they need.
And that just goes back to what I said earlier about community connections. If you need something, the community is going to come through.
Yes.
Right.
Say
And
something.
Patrick Underwood, not only book bags, whatever is needed, he will make certain that he finds the resources to get it for our students.
Indeed.
Yes, Christopher Miller says, "Hey, Miss Frazier, one of my all-time favorite humans with the muscle and the heart."
One of my former students.
Yes.
Once you make an impact, it's always there.
You better
Like-
believe
Hello,
it.
Chris Miller.
Janice Baker says, "Kings and my queen superintendent." She's in the building.
My awesome and amazing public relations. So she is probably checking to make certain that the sound is good. And I am in good hands here.
Yes,
Absolutely.
You definitely are, because somebody noticed some of your security that she comes around with. She said, "Shout out to Makia Frazier, always nearby."
Oh yeah.
You better believe it. But all of the people in the chat, they're saying it's a start, and it's not only a start, guys. I mean, if you really, really want to get down to it, when the kids have a clear book bag, it might seem like an inconvenience, because anything new always is
Yeah, absolutely.
somewhat of an inconvenience, right?
The crazy part, right, Mike, I didn't mean to cut
Go
you
ahead,
off,
you're
but
fine.
at Amazon, you have to have a clear book bag. You have to have a clear bag going
Really?
through.
As the employees?
That, as an employee, as an adult,
Wow.
you cannot have anything but clear bag going through there. It's not only for the safety reason, but to make sure you can't steal nothing from the
Makes
business, because
sense.
you have to come through there. So,
Say that again, that it extends
Say
to
it
the
one time.
real world.
well, yeah,
Yes.
like here at Amazon, you have to have a clear book bag. So if you can't find one, you come in with a bag. They will confiscate that bag until you leave out. That's just how serious it's about, safety and making sure you don't steal any kind of products from Amazon.
I do have a
Commissioner
question
Frazier
along
says
that line.
hello. King Frazier.
Oh, what's going on, Commissioner? Are there any? I know it's for safety, and I'm just asking: are there any exceptions for like athletic bags, medical supplies,
We-
feminine items?
We do make
Miss Odette does it at BI?
exceptions for that, provisions, I should say. So for personal hygiene items, you can put a smaller bag inside of your clear bag. For students with disabilities, we do make provisions there because they have to carry personal hygiene items that you don't want exposed to everyone. So we do make exceptions for individuals. And that's just a matter of meeting with your building level principal just to say, this is what I have to carry and why. And they will certainly make a call as to what we need to do.
So again, it goes back to the communication.
Communication. is
Communication.
key. And it's just about asking and not going to social media. Social media is good, but there are pros and cons with it. And I always say, if you just ask, I will give you the truth and help you with the situation. But you have to realize, when you go to social media with a school concern,
Lord Jesus.
that is really not addressing your concern, because they cannot adjust whatever is going on. So come to the source.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Where can you
Right.
get a solution? And as you stated, Mitch, I have an open door policy. So if you have a concern, just simply ask.
Yeah. Some people just like to breed confusion, and it's sad
Unfortunately.
to me, man. Because if you want something, there's not a big barrier. And even if you thought it was, guess what? Right here on the show today, you just learned all you gotta do is open your mouth. Come with a genuine concern. Even if your concern isn't even genuine, you'll still get an answer.
Right.
If you just don't know something, it's cool. Come and ask. That is something that we can do, people. Communication is key. Miss Odette said that part, communication. So I have another question, and then I have something to present you with.
Okay.
Okay. So what is one of the times in education that was just a very meaningful and important moment to you? Just one. I know it was many, but
I was
pick
about to
one.
say,
that-
44 years.
I know, but there's always
You gotta prep that
single-
question.
that goosebumps moment.
I'm sure she
I
had
have
more than a lot.
had, and you're right, I've had many impactful moments. One that I can think of that I always go back to, and this is with an individual student. When this student found out at the 9th hour that they would be able to graduate because of an opportunity that we put in place. where they thought they could not earn a credit, and 2 days before found out that they had earned that credit.
Wow.
And how much it meant to that student, because that student was someone who was working full-time and trying to graduate, did not have parents to support, did not have any family members to support. And when students come with so much baggage, and I call it baggage because every student doesn't come from a traditional household, and within my 43 years, I've seen and supported so many students who just needed that extra that you will never hear about, because it was between me and that student as to how I assisted, helped them with whatever they needed help with. When you have high school students living alone, trying to pay the rent, trying to pay their light bill, their utility bills, and they just can't make ends meet. And when you can help those individuals and you can see you are able to graduate and move on so that you can work full time and not have to worry about school and work. That was very impactful for me. Will always remember that student. That student is still in touch with me and still very grateful. Just to say, if you were not in my life, if you weren't there at that particular time, I would not have made it. So those moments just makes you press a little harder and just reach out to help other students. Because like I said, students come with a lot of baggage, a lot of situations that you could never imagine that they're dealing with. So sometimes when we're worried about just academics, there's a whole lot more that some students are carrying around. A whole lot.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've made impacts in young people's lives that you might not even be aware of.
Yep.
You know, just some of the small things that, you know, maybe at your level was not a big deal, but to them it meant the world to them. You know?
And that's what my students, Chris Miller being one, they will tell you, as a building level leader, as a teacher, I was always firm, but my students knew then and they know now. If they needed help with something, I would come through for them to assist them with whatever it is they needed help with. It could have been a pair of shoes, it could be a school uniform set, a clear book bag. Whatever it takes for my students to experience success, I am going to get them whatever it is they need. Without leaving any student without. And when I do those things for young people, they never hear it again. You would never know.
It won't be thrown up in their face and
No,
ain't nobody's
never.
business.
Right.
Never. It's just covering the total child.
And I can also attest for that. And we'll leave that there.
Yeah.
Big heart. Big
Reginald.
heart. And she doesn't have to get the notoriety for it.
Yes. Reginald C. Martin says, great work, Superintendent Frazier. Miss Odette says,
Thank you,
that's so
Reggie.
true, Superintendent. So many come with baggage, and we have to understand.
Right.
Patrick Underwood says, Councilman Underwood says, we're in the helping business.
And that's what we do.
Indeed.
Yes, and you got so many people. She telling 100% truth. Tiffany Meyer says she loves it. Well, one thing I do love is consistency and someone that is genuine. Someone that is a leader, not only in the school board, but also out here when you see her in the streets. Someone you can look up to and someone you can get advice from. Someone that you can feel comfortable with, that someone can give you answers. Those are all the markers of a queen. So, as I sit with a quorum of my fellow kings, can I get a sufficient aye?
Make a motion.
I make a motion that we crown our Superintendent Deborah Frazier as queen today on the show, Black Kings Free Game.
I second that motion.
All right.
It has been
I
seconded.
third.
Not when I admired that tiara coming in.
Look. Hey, you will have
Not
your official
knowing.
one also. But this is going to be presented to you. I'm going to take my headphones off right now. All right, with the power invested in me,
Power invested
King
in him.
Conda on the
King
Black
Conda
Kings Free Game,
on
followed
Black
with
Power.
King Myers
King
and
Myers.
also King Boston.
King Boston.
We crown
We crown
Queen
Queen
Deborah Frazier,
Deborah Frazier.
Superintendent of Liberty County
Superintendent of the great Liberty County.
Quite an honor. Quite an honor.
Much
Thank
deserved.
you.
Much
so-
deserved.
Thank you so very much for the crown. The tiara, I do appreciate that. And I want to just say again, it's about the children in Liberty County. That's why I do what I do all day, every day. It's for our children, just to make certain that we're building
noise.
the next generation and serving as a model for young ladies and young gentlemen in Liberty County. They are
Amen.
the next generation, and we have to take care of them so that they are prepared to lead as we're leading today.
Yes, ma'am. You got all that love, hand
Thank
claps.
you.
Dr. Karen Bell said, wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you.
I got some more questions though.
Yeah, you good. You good.
We got the the pageantry and stuff out the way, which is
Yes.
all great because
Thank
we
you.
believe in giving you your flowers.
Thank
Yes.
you. I appreciate that.
But there are some questions
Okay.
that I know parents have been asking because I try to keep my ear to the street.
Okay.
The cell phone pouches. Are we still?
Cell phone pouches, out of sight, out of mind. The pouches have been purchased with taxpayers' dollars with the intent that cell phones go in the pouch. As soon as we release, students are free to unpouch and utilize their cell phone. But we want to build the day to where it's centered around instruction and no distractions. And I know parents worry about if there's an emergency. I promise you they will have opportunity to gain access to a device to reach their parents. Cell phones, there's a time and place for, and technology, there's a time and place for. With technology, I know we function with technology all day, every day, but when you think about technology, I'll just say at some point we have to go back to the basics.
Yes.
And when I say back to the basics, there's nothing wrong with college rule, loose leaf paper, and a pen or a pencil. Back to the basics.
Thank you. Now, I'm a big advocate of that because, look, I get it. We got comfortable, we got complacent, and then all of a sudden we thought we hit the technology boom to where, our kids don't even need paper and pencil no more. And if you notice, when those iPads came in, the literacy rate started going down. And I'm going to tell you why.
Thank you for saying that.
Yes, I'm going to tell you why. When you have a phone or a pad with all the technology and information in it to where you can touch the word and it just reads it to you, and you're not consistently reading, when you don't have to open a book or give a presentation because everything can be said to you in your ear. I know kids right now that will use that presentation. They'll speak it clearly because they have their earphones in,
Right.
and they'll do a whole presentation just copying what
they're
they're
hearing.
telling them to say, right?
That is true.
So we've circumvented the hard work by giving them too much technology to where we can't learn the basics, and it was getting sad. I'm gonna say this. I'm sorry if I ramble, but when I noticed that they weren't even teaching cursive.
Right.
And when I noticed on my contracts as a realtor that all they got to do is type their name in,
And then they
the
generate it.
computer's going to
Yeah.
generate a signature, that's when people can start taking control of you.
Absolutely right.
Because now you don't
Yeah.
even know how to write messages. You can't even talk in code. Sooner or later, that's where it was headed.
Yeah.
And now, if you don't know, parents, wake up.
Yeah.
There is no child left behind, and your kid's gonna get an administrative. No. If they fail, they fail. They live with that same embarrassment that I had to live with one year.
Right. Summer school,
all of that. Like, you have to get your work. There is no more, I'm going to ride it easy. Well, I got enough. I went to the class, so I shall pass. We're going to have a lot of upset parents that didn't realize that the kids weren't doing the work that is just
right.
administratively, getting passed.
Let me tell you.
And that impacts our graduation rate.
Yes.
It impacts our literacy rate. So at some point, I call it the merry-go-round, to where we have to stop the merry-go-round and just pause for a second to say what is working and what is not working. So when I say back to the basics, our parents can just expect just more paper, pencil, just to help students be able to infer for themselves as opposed to a device doing it for them.
Yes.
So since the policy for the cell phone pouches, are teachers noticing better student engagement or like discipline?
And they are, and the operating word there is engagement. That's one of the initiatives that we're pushing, is just keeping students engaged without the device. The device is a distraction, so if they're not centered around their cell phone, they're paying attention to the instruction that is taking place in the classroom. And that's where we're trying to get 100%, is just keeping students engaged within the instruction as opposed to their device. And again, I'll say time and place for cell phones, but the expectation is that they pouch their cell phones upon arrival on campus, and they can unpouch at the end of the day. So the yonder pouches are there.
Yeah, man, y'all don't know. I got a lot to say about this cell phone stuff, but I want to get to this.
Okay.
Let's go green, right? Let's go green, School Attendance Awareness Month. That's what month it is. Friday, September 11th.
That should be every month.
Right? You better believe it.
September 11th is Go Green. That is attendance awareness, but you are absolutely correct. It is all day, every day in Liberty County. Attendance is a push. I'll say when I was retired and out in the mornings for the short span when I was retired, just so many students just during midday walking around in stores with me. So parents have really got to get students in school in order to receive a quality education. We can't educate them if they are not there. So I cannot say enough to parents, send your children to school every day.
Yes.
If they're not extremely sick, they should be in school.
Facts.
And I know you get a lot of numbers, and I'm not asking you to quote verbatim, but ballpark, what does the data say about students that miss an excessive amount of days?
That they will not experience success. Overall, we have a lot tied to our attendance. We receive funding based on our attendance. We are a charter district, and our charter is contingent upon, it looks at student data. It looks at student attendance. Attendance is something that we can control. And it's simply by sending your scholar to school every day. We're there. We want them there. Teachers are being paid to teach, and they want students in their seats. So send your scholar to school. Want my students come to school every day. Since the start of this school year, we have increased, and you will see attendance displayed in every single school. Our attendance rates, we're trying to keep up. We want students in their seat and engaged.
Yes.
Now, we know some people don't always have access to dependable transportation. And of course, I know we have the school bus system. Right. Are there any other resources to help young people to make it to school who have circumstances that are out of their control, whether it's health related or
Uber?
You have some students dealing with homelessness.
Yeah, Uber.
Right.
Even
our students who are homeless, who may be living in a hotel, we do provide alternative transportation for those students. Our buses will run regular routes, and if a student lives in a location where they're classified as homeless, again, we make provisions for those students to get them to campus.
Oh, wow.
Again, the communication.
Yes, communication.
I have to know.
Just by reaching out and letting someone know that you need some assistance, we're there to help.
Stop being embarrassed, everyone. Please, you got to understand, real life situations, they come up, man.
Right.
They come up, and that's your testimony. Also on that same flyer was Stop Bullying, August 21st, September 18th, October 21st is National Unity Day. November 13th, January 22nd, February 19th, and March 26th. Unite Against Bullying. Join the Liberty County school system and stand united against bullying by wearing orange. Make orange the color of our schools and communities as we share our message out of kindness and unity. Do that now. Those were the dates that we are participating in that, I take it, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And also, on something else that's going on in our school systems, we have the book club. It's Power of 100.
Yep.
You guys, we were talking about the literacy rate. Well, this is a part of advancing that, changing the future. Just one book at a time is how I would say it. The literacy leadership. Now, sign up and become a book buddy, a community-wide initiative focused on building a stronger foundation for lifelong learning through literacy by uniting schools, families, business, and community partners. We are working together to ensure every child and adult in Liberty County has access to books, learning opportunities, and support needed to succeed. If you can, scan that QR code that's right there at the bottom to connect in. Together we build a stronger readers and brighter future. And we're not done. This is the great thing about communication. When you communicate, you know about what's going on in your community. Mm-hmm. The next thing is, once again, attendance matters. Rise up, show up, level up. Every day counts. Be here, be ready, and be your best. This is something that you guys can take a look at. It says missing just 2 days a month can impact academic success.
Wow.
Make attendance a priority. You know, there's so many days and so many breaks that they already have.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I used to count them days because I'd be like, yeah, we ain't got school, we ain't got. But now it's like, man, every time I turn around, they out of school.
It's a vacation.
Like, for real. So why are we missing extra days? You know, I get it, parents. Sometimes that kid might say, I don't feel like going to school. But guess what? You got to say, hey, well, let me see, stand up. Yeah, you're breathing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, your temperature's not too high. Tell me what's wrong with you again. Mm-hmm. And tell them to get up out of there. Right. We can't baby them, man.
As long as it's something that's not contagious.
Yeah, you know? Send them to school. I get it. We always have that feeling of, oh, no, my baby ain't feeling. No, man. We got to get them out to the school because when they get behind, we can't blame the teachers. So, my fault. Did I went too far? I'm doing too much. My bad.
No, I don't think so. Now, as a parent of a child with special needs, mm-hmm. you know, of course, they have different ways. You know, they have different requirements. Now, if there's someone out there, if there's a parent out there that's watching and saying, you know, like my child learns different,
right?
You know, but they don't know where to start. Like, what should be some initial steps on how to engage the school system with that?
That goes right back to communication. Chances are the teacher would be able to pick up, and if the teacher doesn't reach out to you first as a parent, then you should certainly reach out to the teacher. As a parent, I always say, and being the parent of a special needs student as well, you are your child's advocate all day, every day. Now, I have to advocate for all 10,500 that's entrusted to me, and that's what I do. But you know your child better than any other person. So if you know there's a situation, the most important thing you could do is reach out to the teacher, schedule a time to meet just to say, I want to bring to your attention. And like I said, the teacher or teachers more than likely would have already picked up on there are some concerns. Mm-hmm. You don't want your child to be placed in a situation to where they're uncomfortable and they're struggling. So simply reach out.
Yes.
Don't wait until it's too far in the school year and you come towards the end of the school year to say, oh, my child had a diagnosis of. Go ahead and put it out on the table now so that we can prepare the right foundation for your student. You are your child's advocate all day, every day. So simply just reach out to an adult to say, I need help with. That's why we're there. And every student learns different, and our goal is to meet the students where they are.
So parents can request an evaluation?
They can reach out to the teacher, have a conversation, and then we can decide which avenue would work for that particular student. But if you put the information there, the teacher will certainly be able to determine what steps we need to take. Now, just going in and say my child needs an evaluation would probably not be the right step to take, but just to conference with the teacher just to see what's happening.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, Queen Frazier, I would sit here and talk to you all day, right? We've kept you a while. So
That's okay.
we're going to get the last questions out because I know Mitch be on it. King Myers, you have a question for us?
No, I just like to say it's good to see our people showing an investment into our people. Nowadays, they think of us as crab in a bucket, and I'm sure you probably hear the negative speaking, being that you gained your position the way you did. They came and got you, but somebody has something to say.
Yeah.
Your decisions that you make that, I'm sure you've done plenty of research on before you decide to make these decisions. Not everybody's going to like them. But I'm impressed by the aura and the stature that you hold by saying, hey, I'm looking for the best interest in our children. Not your child, but our child. Because at the end of the day, we share our children with teachers.
School system.
Or the school system in itself.
Right.
Y'all take up a shift and we take up the beginning and the end of the day shift, right? So I think in the long run, a lot of people have to understand what they have never sat in your shoes to understand what it is that's going on.
Right.
It's okay to be a parent, but it's hard to be a teacher. And that's only knowing because, like I said, my wife was she taught younger kids too, and I forgot what kind of system. She'll have to tell me, but she was doing it for like the Head Start.
Okay.
And in Liberty County, so she used to teach for that. So I used to hear, the stories of how sometimes these kids, the way they act at home, don't mean they act the same way
At school.
But sometimes it's opposite. The kids act good at home. In school, but are menaces at home. So when teachers are like, "Yeah, you're so well behaved," and stuff like that, and the parents are like,
What?
"What?" I only know that because I was one of those kids. Like growing up,
We already know.
I wasn't bad. I was just a class clown. So I had to learn to, hey, let me get this education. But I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And I hope, whenever you decide to say, hey, I've done my duty, and the person who picks up behind you, it has the same mentality and the same spirit, because I have a daughter that's coming up in this system. She's 2. So she's going to come up in this system. And I want to be able to know that I can entrust my daughter's education and livelihood, because you are the center of their livelihood. You're the foundation of their livelihood, of who they will be as an adult, what job they're going to pick, what kind of life or direction they're going to go in. So I would hope that whoever it is that succeeds you, and you also continue to do and feel the same way you do during the time of your tenure.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me just say, because when you entrust your child to me, I take it personally. I am responsible for all 10,500, so I care about each and every child. They come from different backgrounds and so forth, but they're all unique.
Yeah.
They're all unique, and that's the only reason why I sit in that superintendent seat, is to make certain that they're taken care of.
Wow.
And we've covered a lot of Queen Frazier. Are there any other things out there available that we might not have touched on that you would like for parents to know?
You touched on a lot, and I appreciate all of your questions. I appreciate all of the compliments that were given, but it's all about our children. It's all about meeting their needs, and you're absolutely correct. When my tenure is over, it is my hope that the person who comes next would feel the same way, would want to meet the needs of every single student here in Liberty County. They're all special. They all have something to give, and we want to make certain that they are prepared for what is to come next. That's all that matters. Everything else is just that, extra. So when we talk about cell phones, when we talk about clear book bag, and all the other policies that I have to enforce, and it's not always pleasant because, there are always individuals who would go against the grain and say, oh, that isn't necessary. But every decision that I make is for the good of students. If it's not for the good of the student, then I'm not going to support it. So when parents come to complain, I can justify and explain why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's for the good of your child. And it really is.
Amen. So what we always do, Queen Fraser, is before we end the program, we always give the kings and queens something to motivate them to get them through either the week, the month, or the year.
Okay.
Is there any wise words that you would like to tell the kings and queens? And that's your camera right there, the
Okay.
Nigerian flag.
What I would like to say is support is everything. It takes the village, and we are the village. Continue to support our students here in Liberty County. If you have a concern, I have an open door policy. Don't take matters into your own hands. Just come and see me, and I will guide you in the right direction. But just know Liberty County Schools, a great place to be. We care about your children, and we want them to do well. So we're here to support. If you continue to work with us, we will continue to work with you so that our scholars can get where they need to be. Our goal is for every scholar to leave Liberty County Schools college and or career ready, and we're preparing them now. So the cell phone policy, the clear book bag policy, it's all preparing them for the real world. So continue to work with us. I want to again thank the community for your just help with anything that might be needed. I appreciate it so much. It takes all of us, and I just want to say thank you. Test scores, that is a big push for me. It's all about academics. We want to paint a picture in Liberty County that shows the quality of students that we produce. We produce quality students, and we want our numbers to reflect that. So how can you help me increase student achievement? Number one, send your scholar to school every day so that they are prepared for learning. Thank you, Liberty County, for your support. And Liberty County Schools, again, is a great place to be.
Amen. Amen. So look here. We're going to get to King Boston. King Boston, what do you got for him?
Superintendent said it all. My hope and my goal is that every parent tap in and watch this episode.
Yes.
Because one thing I love about what we do here is we help find the information and the resources and the free game. And because at the end of the day, it's a collective effort. And we have been successful, I would say, in finding those tools for the public. Now, what you do with it is up to you. But the bottom line, I think that I walked away from with everything is communication. That's the operative word. If there's any concerns, or even if there's not, even if you just want to help, find out what the teachers need, because they are the ones at the front lines dealing with all 10,500 of our students.
Thanks.
Every day. They are the ones who we entrust with our future. And, not to sound cliche, but it definitely takes a village, and, around here, there's no gatekeeping. If we know the programs, if we know the opportunities, it's here for you.
Yep.
So I want to thank Superintendent Frazier for coming and just letting us know the state of Liberty County school system.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Now we shall go to
Machiavelli.
Machiavelli and Aristotle,
Copernicus.
the one with all the answers.
I have all the answers.
King Myers, what you got to tell them today, brother?
Hey, so we was talking about education today, right? So I want to talk about this word, SMART. Smart, right? Being smart isn't about knowing everything. It's about studying with purpose, mastering what you learn, applying your knowledge, rise through every challenge, and transforming knowledge into success.
I like that acronym. I like that.
So that's what my words is today, ladies and gentlemen. It's not all about knowing everything to be smart. It's about using what you learn to become successful.
He never fails.
Never. He don't miss. On his bad day, he don't miss. No. To bring it all together, and before I do, thank you, Queen Frazier.
You're quite welcome.
I pray that you will grace us again with your presence. Now, you're also everything that you get with being a queen. Say you wanted somebody to come on the show, you wanted to get some answers about something, you have that free reign. You can also come on yourself whenever you have something that you want to say.
Thank you.
You have complete access to that. And another thing you have is you have some kings that you can contact. You need something, hit our line.
All right. Thank you
Please.
so much. I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am. So to sum everything up, you know, getting better is not always comfortable. You're going to be, as a parent, something might change. You might not like it, but then you won't see the results until you let it happen. And then when you see the results, either you think it's good or bad, you saw a change, and hopefully it's in the right direction. A lot of times you don't know the people that have actually been in the field of teaching kids for over 40 plus years. But when somebody is right there that's been on the ground and knows how things go all the way from the bathroom to the classroom and has worked in all those different areas to be able to provide you with a source of knowledge in order to help your children learn, you really don't want to take that for granted. Because I'm not good at everything, but I know somebody else that is good. I know somebody that can get rid of the bugs in my home. I know somebody that can get my package to me in less than 24 hours.
Yes.
And
Amazon.
now I
Not
know
me.
somebody that can raise or help me to raise 6
Yeah.
of my kids right now. 6 of them. And they're continuing learning with life.
Mm-hmm.
So kings and queens, we got to give respect where respect is due.
Facts.
Yep.
Because sometimes when you let somebody else show you something they know, it'll help aid you in the advancement of your life. Thank you, Queen Frazier. Thank you to all the kings. And thank you, kings and queens, for watching. This is your boy, King Condor, the People's Champ.
Yes.
Until next time, we're out.
You're
Yes.